Welcome, Chosen One.
Alright, pucker up, assholes. It's a new video. As you can see, we're playing Queensguard with Madoc today. Because, why not? Had to try it. And our first opponent is going to be a Lippy, presumably. So we're going to show them that the Ceres belongs on the ranged row. And also banish his Ceres. I don't want... Moon Dust isn't too good here. That's... okay. That's something. So if we want Queensguard, we're going to have to decree for it. Which is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Do we go for the Ceres decree just to... yeah, I think we do that just to kind of keep up with the tempo. If this dies, we are of course screwed. Yeah, it's just Queensguard with the same Madoc bomb package from yesterday's Revenants video. I wanted to put him into a couple of decks I'm familiar with, just to test out the card in a safe environment. But don't worry. After this, I will not be forcing Madoc into every list that I like anymore. Instead, we will be playing just, you know, whatever, as we usually do. And I have some really cool ideas with Madoc, like proper Madoc decks, that we are going to get around to once I get those built. And, you know, to a place where I feel it's functional enough to be on camera. You know, these decks are really shy. You know, I need to build up their confidence a bit before I can put them in the spotlight. Let's see what our opponent is going to play. I mean, I don't suspect it's Queensguard. I'd be very amazed if that's what's going to happen here, but I doubt it. If it is, it's not my Queensguard. Oh, it's not. It is not. You know, I do wish we had multiple Northern Winds, because they have multiple targets we would like to banish, but of course Ceres is the main one. And I do kind of think this could be the best heat wave. Either that or Burna. It could be Burna, because they're not going to go tall. Alright, they're not going to go tall, but like this is going to be their tallest unit. And then Burna is going to be kind of a big deal. So I may be wrong, but I think that can be correct. He's going to play his own Brockwar Hunter. That's fine, that's fine. We do have to be a little bit careful with our tempo here. If we fall too far behind, you know, we can't really do much. At least, you know, Madoc will add 3 points to the banishment of Ceres, which is going to help. This helps. Every little bit helps. I think, could I go for... I can't really go for Quartermaster. It's not a viable play. It may have still been the best play. I mean, technically, it could have set up, you know, some of our other cards in ways that would be beneficial enough, but I don't know. This is fine. This will generate up to 7 points of value. Don't kill the hunter. Okay. That's kind of good. You can't do more. we're gonna do this. I can't quite play these yet. He's being clever about saving his cards here. I could also banish that, but I don't think that's gonna be that big of a problem. That's Adrenaline 3. Have we seen Heatwave? No. We may as well commit Arnagod. I don't think he'll ever do more than just soak up a Heatwave, so let him do it. Really? That. What? I guess he didn't draw Ceres, despite... No, but he had a Neuromancy. He must have... Lippy Ceres is not a deck that I thought would fear Mr. Arnagod, I have to admit. I did not see that coming. Well, see, now we're not really banishing... We're not really banishing Ceres. Makes me wish I'd spent this on one of these, but I mean, honestly, I did not. You can't blame me for not having expected that particular situation. So we have a res target. I really don't see any point in dumping anything. No, I don't think there's a point. I think we'll just take the pass. We lose the carryover from this. And I guess we technically lose the carryover from Madoc, seeing as we didn't play him. What are you banishing? Queensguard? No. For some reason, I don't know what he took. Ceres? He took Ceres. It does suck that he did get this out, you know, just in time. But we are getting a long round against him, which... Yeah, I don't think this is happening, unfortunately, but... I did not expect to be put in that position. I really didn't. I mean, a bomb is fine, right? Like, I would like Triss. Okay. Like, bombs are fine. They play for 7. And if we don't need the res, like, we'll have another bomb from Triss, so... I don't know. Things have looked better for me, but at least we have the round length to our advantage. Problem is he has pretty much everything else to his advantage. We can just hope that he is kind of out of stuff, at least until he Lippies and, you know, potentially uses Burn a Bran and a Neuromancy to draw into his stuff. Sure. Let's try this again. That means no stunning blow, at least. That's good. It should mean no stunning blow. That also means no stunning blow. Alright, Triss, I know that I have some not so good specials right now, but please. Please, girl. I need this. Thank you. I love you. He heat waved the Queensguard. That has to mean that he has nothing more. This Queensguard will stick for at least a turn. Which is all I ask. Unless he goes for a very risky Curse of Corruption, in which case I have to say Queensguard is not worth it. I mean, I love Queensguard, and you gotta respect Queensguard. But a Curse of Corruption here would not be good. Alright. Doing that before he Lippies is good for me. Okay, he didn't draw into a stunning blow. Doing all of this cycling before he Lippies, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Now I would want to like ping this down, but if they play Bear Masters, like I can't. Let's get out my boy. He's doing alright. I guess he now drew into his stunning blow. No, that's okay, that's that. That's fine. You're not killing Madoc, right? You're not. Need a hand? Just chop one off. Why? Why would you?
Why don't train on the cone? I hate it.
That could be my best, but I mean honestly, like if he holds off on this, I may as well just wait. I can play this now though. Just set up some wounded units. I'll have a shield and some armor to soak up these pings if the Queensguard dies and I can't do anything more with it. But I do get to proc it one more time. I do not know if I stand much of a chance here. But if he's not going to interact with this, if he's not interacting with that at all, I like that. Let's see. Geralt Quen will now give a shield, which makes it a big play with Bear Witcher.
What are you gonna do? Huh?
I mean, we're doing fine on points. We do have Madoc coming back one more time. And we're going to set up a damaged Morkvarg with this, which helps with our Bear Witcher, which we do have a last say with, so this is not going to get heat waved. He has a Neuromancy, which is probably just playing Ceres, which is big points, but it's also an extra point for our Mentor. And it just means that... Go on melee, go on melee. Yes. You got screwed with all of this stuff. That is huge. And the Queensguard just lives. God, rezzing this final Queensguard was the most valuable thing I have done in my entire life. Now, Madoc does have synergy in this deck as well, because the Cataclysm can set up damaged units for the Mentor. Are you actually killing him again?
Oh, that dance in a row. It's not for me.
You're good.
Well, I can play this Mentor now for 2 extra points, right? And he spent a Neuromancy. He doesn't have Heatwave. He could have Curse of Corruption, which is currently hitting my 8. No, I think I'm gonna wait. If that's cursed, I don't want to get this bad boy cursed, even if it costs me 2 points here. He's checking for curse. Yeah. Alright, easy win. Like, I know that I overestimate, like, the power of Lippy. Like, in a long round, when he could only deal with 2 Queensguard, not 3. Come on, who does that? But yeah, like, I don't know what the situation was with the round 1 hand. I mean, they had a Neuromancy, so... And Snowdrop. Like, I can't see Ceres not having been an option. Maybe he feared the Arnagod that much. But Arnagod wouldn't have stopped Ceres. Like, it kills Ceres. But the Shield Maiden still survives. Maybe they didn't know that. But that happens. He will kill Ceres, but the Shield Maiden sticks. And you get everything out. And actually, by killing Ceres with Arnagod, I would have prevented myself from being able to banish her. So that was actually potentially a minor misplay on my part. Anyway, we beat Lippy with Queensguard. Madoc feels good. Next match, please. Alright, so like I said, Madoc does have some synergy here, right? Because of the damage. But it's also nice because he's carryover in a form that doesn't clog up the board. Because he can destroy himself and get his points somewhere else. This is rough. But we know what we gotta do. We know what we gotta do against V. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. This helps. This helps a lot. I don't think I need the Ceres one. If we can get a long round 3, Ceres into Queensguard, Heatwave and Corruption intact, maybe. Alright, that's a slow start. I do wish I'd had one of these, just so I could have killed like a... What's it called? Slizzard. So I could have killed the Slizzard.
Go ahead. Stare at me stupid and see what happens.
Anyway, long round 3 with both of these intact. Maybe. Could work. Alright, I mean, a Madoc on the ranged row is something I almost regret not having gone for. Madoc also does have synergy in the sense that we can dump pings into him, and then, you know, he blows himself up, but we still get 3 points of Cataclysm. So he has enough synergy where I think he could, like, a Madoc Queensguard deck is a valid thing. I mean, it's not going to be the best thing. There you go, buddy. That's the right row. That's exactly where I want you, as always. Yeah, but people respect Madoc. And Madoc respects people's boundaries, I guess, since he always goes on the other row. Alright, we're losing a little bit of value here. But honestly, it shuts down one of his ways to trigger V. So I think it's perfectly fine. It's gonna be Triss. That kind of sucks because we really wanted her. this could set up for a Bear Witcher kill next turn. I think we do it. This is kind of bad, but
You want to see a real sword?
I mean, he's 11, so he will trade evenly with V, which kind of sucks because it would have been better if he like survived, but he was damaged, so I'd get a few extra points. But that's okay. Maybe he is so big brain that he thinks this is going to prevent him from playing V somehow. Maybe that happens. I don't think so. Would have been funny though. Oh, he's going to die. That's the saddest Arnagod death I've ever seen. But spending leader charges on this is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, this doesn't do its thing yet. Adrenaline 4, bruh. Alright, here's the problem. I don't know if I can go deeper than this with leader charges. Kind of depends on my draws. Those Ekimaras are his like least tall way of consuming V. So him spending those now could be good for me, although not. Okay, just a foglet. Clever. Very clever use of my card there. The problem is I can't stop, and I also don't want... But I mean... Like, we can get quite a few like, quartermasters and hunters. I am gonna do this against my better judgment. Just hope that his hand contains... Yes, something that makes him do that. Okay. We're getting a 9-card round. We maintained both of our tall unit removals. He has spent 2 leader charges already, so... I really wish I had removal that could just kill Slizzards. But with this and some bombs, I guess we can. That's a bomb. We need pings for Queensguards, but I don't know if we need 2 of those. Kind of depends what we get. Oh, really? I guess to unlock V. That's the tech card. That's a V player playing a tech card. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like, that's big brain. No. I need better cards than this. You can't do this to me. Yes, good. And anything there is better than one of these, I think. That's okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Oh, I hate that scenario. I can't heatwave that. But the worst part of this is the Barghest. And if that Barghest just consumes V, we may still be kind of good. Let's see. I need to multiply this Queensguard 7 times, which means I don't have to... Potentially just 6. Which means I don't have to play it first. I don't have much faith. Like, we have some pretty good cards going here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. What's that V at? 17? No, just 14. He's gonna cycle that disgusting worm a bit too many times for me, for my taste. I could have killed this. Are you kidding me? Well, that changes everything. Holy shit.
Take care of your blades and they'll take care of you.
Are you serious? Natural selection, and I'm playing one of the few engines that actually just straight up loses to that. That sucks. I mean, that was my only hope. Like, sticking a Queensguard through the entire round, that was my only hope.
Sometimes submission is a virtue.
And I just denied myself value by pinging that.
Silence.
Are you serious? Well, the banish prevents the death blow from going off, so that's kind of good. You can soak some pings into that and blow it up at some point later. But, no. Dude. 3-point heat wave, and I'm gonna lose. That hurts my feelings. Now I really wish I had pinged it. Yeah, I have nothing more to hit. I mean, I can hit this. Like, I'm not getting a damaged unit from it, but I can hit it. Can you imagine if I'd stuck that Queensguard and he had played that 3-point heat wave? Then we would have had a legitimate chance. Like, holy shit. That would have been great if he had done that. But of course, he had to play the natural selection. God, removal. Purify. They're revolving, and I don't like it. I do not like it. Spending a consume on nothing. I like that.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Maybe I should have kept it. Kept it at 6. It eats V, becomes biggest, but I mean, he's gonna get bigger. He's gonna get bigger ones anyway. Just, it would have been lovely if this had stayed damaged, but obviously that is not happening. Okay. Yeah, we are not getting there, unfortunately. We don't have the points. Unless he's completely out of V, but he wouldn't be. That makes me really regret my placement. Excuse me for not expecting that.
Strength matters not if you lack the skill.
That was wrong.
Got a dodge. What happened?
That was wrong. And here comes the final V. I mean, honestly, we weren't too far off. Like, if I had had more points than him before he played that final V and I heat waved his final thing, maybe. And if I just used the heal, why was he saving the heal? I thought it would be fine. I thought it would be fine. I did not expect him to have Alzur's Thunder for my thing. Alright, I just lost to Scoia'tael no unit control. I don't have to explain to you why that happened. That's a terrible matchup because we don't get targets for our control tools and we don't get to stick any of our interesting cards. So that was a brutal loss. I'm not going to show it to you because it was boring. My opponent was roping, losing connection, playing a very boring deck, but you know, power to them, but I'm not going to show that. But I am letting you know because that is a weakness of this deck that is important to keep in mind. Another weakness is not drawing Queensguard against V. That's good. Kind of. I'm kind of sick of V. Alright. Mulliganing is such a interesting mechanic because if you draw cards that you don't want, you can throw them back. Although I don't mind having a mentor, like it's not. I'm not really complaining about that. Okay, this can't be V. It's not V. It is actually not V, right? That can't be V. There's no way it is. That's a gold card that is not V or a tutor for V. You can't put that in. And it also indicates that he has more gold cards that aren't V and don't tutor V. Is this just actual Deathwish? Because after the matches that I've just had today, I would love to play against legitimate Deathwish. I miss the shit out of that. Like he can Maruna either one of these units. I'll be fine with it. Like I love this. If this is anywhere near what I think it is, I'm so down. Yes. My hand is not the best for it, and God damn it, Madoc. You son of a bitch. Can I wait a turn? Not with this hand. This hand is filled to the brim with late round cards, which really is not what you want to see in round one. God, I wish I had movement. This is not a good hand. This is so not a good hand. What can you get me? Arnagod and pass? Yes. Let's do it.
You wanna see a real sword?
Arnagod and pass. Here we go. There's no way they can deal with this. There's just no way. It's too pure. There's no heat wave in that deck. There is no heat wave in that truly amazing, not V, Overwhelming Hunger deck. Beautiful. Arnagod, being the Chad that he is, forcing people out of round one the way that only he can. It is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. We have a new Queensguard. We have a new bomb. That's a better bomb against Deathwish. Like, what the hell is this? Come on. What is with these late round cards? I don't want them. I need an early round as well. Maybe that's a weakness of the deck that just hasn't really been shining through as much until right now. I mean, we have, you know, like, we have proactivity. It's just, I guess, not enough. I'm gonna drop this down and see. Really, all my bombs are premium. Because I was just thinking, I made my entire Queensguard deck premium earlier. And then Madoc came out, and obviously there's no premium for him yet, but I do want to get it. But yeah, like I am gonna get it when it's available, and then even this version of the deck will be fully premium because I apparently have premium playsets of both of these bombs. It's a little bit committal here, but I'm assuming that I'm gonna draw both quartermasters next round, so why not? Why not go all in on this shit? Yeah, I could pass. Or I can heat wave it. I mean, passing is the cheapest way to deal with that scenario right now. And against monsters, like just keeping the heat wave is not bad. Yeah. It's just that's such a good get. Like getting that out of him and then having a pass like this, it's got to be done. But this is a person playing legit Deathwish with Harpy eggs and everything, and I couldn't respect that more right now. I mean, choosing that leader and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna be cool today. That's how it's done. It's what I'm doing. I'm picking Ursine Ritual, but I'm thinking I'm gonna play Ceres on the ranged road today. Like a baller. Like a goddamn mother flippin' baller. Boys. I revealed you. Where's the respect, huh? Well, we have these boys. They're gonna put in some wake. She brooks no insult. She's patient as all hell. I mean, Modern Freya has to be really patient with me because I am constantly begging for her blessing. Don't play natural selection. Sir, no. That's fine, that's fine. Do I have a Queensguard in here? I do. But I'd rather get a Quartermaster if Triss can be very nice. Yep. That's my girl. Oh yeah, and all the spawned Queensguard are also premium now that all my sources of Queensguard are premium. Premium Ceres, premium Queensguard. It's all perfect. Look, I've lost to V. I've lost to Scoia'tael Control, no unit stuff. If I lose to this, I will gladly put that in the video and give you a GG and honestly mean it from the bottom of my heart. GG. If that's the case. Let's see. Let's just make sure all the self-wound only pings are spent properly. I'm interested to see what he's got going on here. Maybe just Dead Laugh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, now I want to lose. Oh, yes. Sir, I love you. There's not a lot of kills on a Queensguard that I will tolerate and accept with a smile on my face. But Cyclops. You got another one? Oh, I was kind of hoping. Cyclops on a Foglet, hitting the Foglet, killing the Queensguard. That's pure. That is pure. Oh, yes. Titan 85, my man. If I ever die, I want this person to take over my channel. I mean, obviously, no. I would want Fuchsia Briefs to take over my channel, but after him, Titan. Titan is Rex. Which I, for some reason, felt like saying there. I think that may just be our heat wave. We'll see. We're gonna get Madoc out too, which is pleasant. Oh, is he gonna get the 2? That doesn't help you with the beast though, sadly. Look at this, alternating Brockvar Hunters. Is that not beautiful?
All that dancing about. It's not for me.
I genuinely hope he has some powerful last plays. I'm starting to doubt it. Okay, so he had that laugh, but that's... I mean, it's actually... It is pretty good.
You're good. Real good.
It is good. I don't think it'll be enough. Which is a shame, but please have some powerful plays here. You've been tainted, much like me, you have been tainted by putting Heatwave into decks that are pure. Oh yes, I don't have to ping my own units anymore, that's nice. If I ping this now, and then I ping it again next turn, that's going to be a big mentor. Blowing up Madoc does nothing for me here, so... Does he have an Igni row? Does. For a 6. I want to talk about that deck. I mean, there were the control tools, right? The Igni and the Heat Wave. They can get clunky, but they can also win you games. So, like, I get it. Especially Heat Wave, because obviously I have accepted my fate and started to put Heat Wave in most of my decks. Where it fits in, which, you know, in Heat Wave's case, is every deck. And Igni too, like, it's not a bad card by any means. But, like, I don't know if it was his draws, their draws, or what. But the setup for the beast was very minimal. Like, it didn't go above 8. They couldn't get it above 8, which is very sad. I have played some decks with the beast where I've noticed that my setup for him is just not enough. Like, if getting him to 10 is considered lucky, which has been the case for me once, just cut him out of your deck. But obviously, like, consumes can go tall. Like, with consumes in your deck, like they had, the beast it's a viable card. And it's a good target for Penitent, which we saw that they played, so So that's good. So I'm gonna assume it's just like their draws that were maybe a bit rough. There were a lot of bronzes there in round 3, which you don't want to see. But I respect it. I respect it. I mean, I'm honestly conflicted. Like most matches I play, it's very clear to me that either I put it into the video or I don't. Like, it's very clear which one of those I go for. And in this one, like, regrettably so, I have to say that it unfortunately wasn't super interesting towards the end there. And it was just me, you know, outpointing a very respectable homebrew with my own fairly respectable homebrew, of course, but still. But it's decks like that I really want to highlight, not just when I play them, but when my opponents play them. Like, I really want to highlight. I always forget that I want to go into the deck list for my outros, just so you can like see the deck, and I can have the Patreon thank yous nicely on the bottom. Yeah, like, not just when I play them, but also when I play against them. Like, I want to highlight decks like that. And maybe that was a bad highlight. Like, people probably won't watch this and think, oh, hell yeah, I want to play pure Deathwish. But, like, I can assure you, like I think they got bad draws. I think they got kind of roughed out of it a little bit. And also the fact that people are playing one of the very few counters to Deathwish right now is not beneficial to the archetype. But I really do recommend people play just pure Deathwish, because I actually think it's really cool. And you know, if you want to see it, I would love to do it myself for a video. But yeah, like, don't be discouraged. Like, I can almost guarantee you that my opponent there had bad draws. I honestly think their deck could function a little bit better with just, you know, more luck, better draws. I had pretty good draws myself, which, you know, I will give myself credit. I think this deck generally does draw well, because it has so many cards that work well together. And with the new Bear Witcher stuff, like, even if you don't get any Queensguard, you still have power. At least in the first round, when most opponents are still a little bit conservative. Like, in round 3, like, if you don't stick a Queensguard, you're kind of screwed. Because then they're going all out, and you're like, okay, I play a 5 provision bronze. Okay, it dies. Now my deck doesn't work. But yeah, like, I think luck and, you know, fortune and misfortune played a part there. Pure Deathwish is really fun. I do recommend it. I recommend you you take a page out of a Titanus 85. Was that the number? Titanus's book, and just brew up some Deathwish for yourself. And see that Overwhelming Hunger isn't all bad. Like, it's been used for some oppressive meta decks for the past many months. That's not entirely the leader's fault. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for only showing wins again, but like I've tried to explain a few times, when I lose to meta decks, or I lose to, like, when it's when the whole match is just extremely boring from start to finish, it's a terrible matchup. So, like, it's just uninteresting because obviously I'm gonna lose. Like, if I end up winning, then suddenly it's really interesting. Like, oh my god, I pulled it off. But, like, playing this and just losing the Scoia'tael no unit control, like, it's, if you're interested in this deck, right, and you want to play this, I do feel it's important that you know that other control decks are a tough matchup, especially no unit decks, because then you lose value from a lot of your high-end cards, as well as your core combo. Like, it's, I know it's important for you to know this, and for me as, you know, the YouTuber, to address this and let you know those are the bad matchups. Control decks, no unit decks, are awful matchups. And Viy is technically winnable, but if they also have the control for your Queensguard, it's not going to go well. So it's important that I let you know of these things, and that you know about them if you decide that you want to play my Queensguard deck, which, you know, I know a lot of people do, and I think that's awesome. But I don't think there's any need or justification for showing that match. Because it's not at all entertaining. I'm not having fun. You wouldn't be having fun. Honestly, I don't think my opponent was even having fun. And it was just, there was no excitement. At least in this last match, like, we got to see someone actually playing a relic of the past, a long forgotten past, just actual Deathwish with Harpy eggs. And that Cyclops kill, with the Foglet onto the Queensguard alone is worth the entire video. So that's why that makes it in, not because I won. And you know, the Viy match. Oh, actually, I got all turned around here. I did show a loss against Viy. Again, not interesting, but I did find it kind of funny in a painful way that Viy beat us because of their removal. Despite a 3-point heat wave that didn't matter, they just had the clutch removal. But I mean, you did see, like, we were doing okay. Like, if they hadn't removed our Queensguard, and potentially, like, if I had just healed my Bear Wishers before he got the kill one, I would have had 3 extra points, which would have put me at 39 to 38. He plays his Viy, consumes it, I heat wave that. I think I win in that case, right? So, like, that was actually exciting up until a certain point. Like, that was a relatively good match relative to the deck we were playing against. So that's why that made it into the video. Not just because I have a quota where I need to show a loss, but because even despite losing against that deck, I think it was a tense and, for the most part, exciting match. Anyway, I've rambled for way too long. Holy shit. Oh god, no. Anyway, thank you so much for watching again. I do hope you enjoyed it. Hope you, if you made it through my ramble there, I hope you enjoyed that too. And I hope you know, see my point. And yeah, like I said, I will not be shoving Madoc into just a bunch of decks I like anymore. These were the 2 ideas I had. From now on, it's going to be either decks without Madoc, or decks that are built around Madoc for cool interactions. Until next time, though, I do hope you have a good one. Hope you stay safe and healthy, and your loved ones and everybody you know and like stay healthy. I hope the people you don't like, you know, I don't hope they get the coronavirus, but I hope they maybe get like a normal cold and get a little spooked, I guess, since we don't like them. We don't like those guys. Anyway, have a good one, and hope to see you soon for more Gwent. Until then.